So I always say to my clients and to my in my tutoring, I say that you need just one spoon in all your food of ferments uh, vegetables,
Yeah.
like or kombucha or even cheese or even whatever you want, but you need ferment food in your dish.
Yeah, because you were saying like, and I think it's also what's another great thing to notice or to tell you is also that you started all this in the pandemic, and I think that I also have to applaud you for doing this because I think, and it was funny because I just spoke about this yesterday with my coach, and I was saying like it can also really get you down, like this, like having to stay at home, and people are. It's also really bad for your mental health, and I'm a person who really is very motivated. I have a lot of energy, but it can also really like, get you down. So it's awesome to see
Yes.
that even though, the pandemic started, you had energy, you had motivation, you just went for it. So I think that's
Yes.
even, it's hard anyway to start your own business, but definitely in this time, like I think it's really wonderful that you did. And do you feel this time has it been extra hard for you, or do you feel like people have even an extra need to look after themselves, and that's really worked in your benefit? Or how is it for you
Yeah.
to be? Because we're still in it. I mean,
Yes.
yeah.
I think people realize that when you are lockdown, they realize that they have a very bad relationship with the food because they started to stay all the time in the house and they say, okay, what I'm gonna eat now? I can't eat all this, I don't know, sugar all the time. So what can I eat? Like how who is healthy? Who is to be healthy? And in that question, a lot of things happen, and people here get motivated to just ferment food and trying to try good thing and new things too. So probably pandemic situation here in Chile, in culture like Chile, they started like a good thing. Like people started to think about food like for the first, and that was a really good thing.
Yeah.
Also, I see it in my friends, in my family, like they're really interesting about food now and having a healthy lifestyle and trying to do more sports. So also because now here we are getting into summer, so probably they want to be like probably better in your,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah, 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 definitely. And because how is the situation like for you now, pandemic wise? Like, do you guys still have to be very careful? Do you still have to stay home, or what's going on?
Now we are getting better right now. We're probably doing like how in your country stay in summer,
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
very free. Yeah, now so we're getting like we have different level of the pandemic, and number five is when you are totally free, and now we are in level four. So that is actually all the bars, all the restaurants are open. You can go to some cinemas, you can go to the park. You have to just be careful with your, I don't know, social distancing,
Yeah.
but everything is getting better. We know that the situation probably get worse when winter is coming,
Yeah, which we
but
have now at the moment. Like
yeah,
everything you're
yeah,
saying is the opposite here. I'm like, I have to come and
yes,
see you. Go to the
yeah, we
movie
need
with
to
you.
ask.
Have some of your food and then have a movie. Yes, that sounds amazing. But how is it for you? Like, so you run your business. I've seen it on Instagram. It looks really professional, really beautiful. When you said you're an architect, I'm like, okay, that's why your designs all look so amazing. So, you can tell. You can tell. But do people come and get it, or do you deliver, or how does it work for you how do you run your
No,
business?
I deliver. Um, we work with a friend who has a delivery company. Just also started in pandemia, and this is something like very special. A lot of companies started in pandemia in a good way.
Yeah.
We have a very, how can I say it? We have a very new country in a good new products. Like delivery in Chile was very unusual. Starting pandemic, it was like a boom, like increase all the delivery and increase all the companies too. So now we work with a delivery company, and that's all. And also, I think one of my products probably could be a little bit expensive in compare with other, I don't know, food. But also I'm always saying that, okay, if you pay the same price with a burger, with a fast
Yeah,
food, how
yeah, yeah,
could
yeah,
you just
yeah,
pay the same thing for
yeah,
probiotics, for like real like medicine for your body?
yeah.
So this is what I'm trying all the time to um, teach to the people, to say like you can buy expensive food because probably the expensive food will be better for your body. It will be better for your health. So just need to balance on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And are you still working? Is this now your full-time business, or are you also still working as an architect?
Oh, so now I'm trying to balance both. I'm a freelancer as an architect, so that's good for me right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And also at the same time, I'm doing this ferments food that sometimes I have very enthusiastic and sometimes I'm very lazy, like gain by your own is very hard.
Yeah.
But I think it's part of the how you can, I don't know, improve your own business.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think it's wonderful what you're saying as well. And it makes a lot of sense. People are looking after their health. And I'm really happy that you're there. And also, I think it's a very important thing for people to just be healthy now. I mean, that's the one thing. And also work on their immune system and, like not wanting to get corona, but also to just not get sick in general, I think is a very
Yes.
important, it's a very important thing. And do you feel like when you're saying you're going into summer now, like do you ferment like you go with the seasons as well with what you're fermenting? And do you have a
Yeah,
specific
I'm trying
thing?
right now. So I'm trying to do my own research. Depends of the weather or depend on what happening right now because now we are in spring. So that's what I'm trying to teach you. I don't know if you're gonna see, but now I'm fermenting flowers with
Oh,
starter.
oh, that's amazing.
So that's a good thing because I really like to. We have in Chile, we have the Andes, so we have a lot of mountains, and I do hiking a lot, like probably
Ah, cool.
3 times a week. So because I
Wow.
really like, we have the mountains very close to the city, so that's a good thing. So I was now trying to pick up all these flowers that in the mountains and trying to do some ferments and bring the idea of having these smells of the mountains to your ferments. You eat these ferments with the flowers, with everything.
That's
So I'm
amazing.
always trying to that, to trying to explore in these ferments because you can ferment everything, and that's really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, because what you just showed me with the flowers, like it kind of looks nearly like for those who are listening, it kind of looks like a juice in a
Look
way.
at this other, it's impressive.
Wow, that's amazing. I'll make sure that
Yeah.
I'll make a photo and we'll put it in the like with
Everything, yeah.
on
Yeah.
Instagram. This is really amazing. But what are you making? So if you fermenting flowers, what's gonna happen from that? Like, does it come out as like sort of like a juice, or does it come out?
Yeah,
Uh,
you need to make like a starter, and with this starter, this starter is full with a lot of microorganisms. So you need a little bit of this and you put it on your other ferments. You can do sauerkraut, you can do whatever you want with this starter and brings all these microorganisms to your vegetables. So that's a thing because it's a very um, organic like microorganism
yeah.
because they are wild. They are raised in in the wilderness. So that's a good thing. And
Yeah.
that's improved also the probiotics to your vegetables. So that's a good thing.
Because is there something that you enjoy the most? Like, because I've seen your photos and you do lots of different things. But do you have a specialty or something else like that you really, that's your
Well,
thing?
I like, sorry, again.
Do you have a specialty that you fermenting? Like, is there a specific thing that you're like, that is my favorite thing to make when I'm fermenting ever? Is there something like that?
I don't know. I enjoy everything. I'm not, I'm not like that kind of person who really likes one thing all the time. I really like to like, I don't know, I pass for, I don't know, sometime I like tomato tomatoes ferments, cherry ferments, and then I really like eggplants, and I'm just like trying to do some variation in that.
Yeah.
But I'm not like to just one. I like everything.
Yeah. No, that's good. But I mean, I think it's nice to have like, but you have some people who are like, no, that is the one. Like for me, like I
Yeah.
just know from my fermentation knowledge goes no further than, than my cheese and using as a starter for your cheese making kind of thing. But I'm definitely interested in learning more from you as well. Because are you teaching at
Yeah,
the moment?
I was like trying to do some research about drinks, fermented drinks. I really like it. I really into that, but for my passion, but I think that I need to put all my energies in just in vegetables, like
Yeah.
trying to how to improve these vegetables, and probably that's probably could be my area right now.
Yeah. And are you teaching at the moment, Edgar? Are you can we learn from you
Yes.
anytime soon?
Yeah, of course. I'm doing some tutoring online, so that's a good thing.
So people can just find you through your Instagram or something, and they can,
Yeah,
yeah.
just direct me, and I can send you all this
And do you do it? I
process.
mean, do you do it in Spanish?
No, English too.
Okay.
Also, I have just tutoring in English, and it was very successful. I think so, but but they say the feedback is really cool, and they upload like images. Like I learned this from Fermentemos.
Yeah.
One girl from Taiwan, and the other girl from Italy, also in English. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing. Also, is another thing from this the sort of silver lining of this pandemic is how we are connecting with each other. I mean, like you and I,
Sure.
like
Yeah.
we are globally connecting even more. And we can also now, I mean, I can just like, oh, let's see how Ed's doing in freaking Santiago, and I'm here in Amsterdam, and that's kind of like a normal thing. Even Zoom is now a normal thing. Like for me, it's just crazy because before the pandemic, I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Because now when I ask people, because I do these interviews for all the listeners, I do my interviews through Skype, and so many people are like, Skype? That's like ancient. Like, I know, I'm old fashioned, but it is, it's one of those things. It is very, and that's what I liked also from this, the festival that we were part of was like, oh, like, and all these videos, and there's so much learning. There's so much I don't know about this, that's why it's also so exciting to talk to you today, because I really don't know any of it,
Yeah.
So, and it's so nice to see your passion, it's so cool.
Yeah, I don't know how my passion when people ask me about like where are you inspired about this, and I think all the inspiration is about health. All the inspiration is like having a good relationship with the food, because you can eat whatever you want. Like nobody say that okay, I'm I was vegan, I was vegetarian, and now I'm a pescatarian. So people change mind. But how is your relationship with the food? Is that it have to be like a very, I don't know, very, very good, very loyal for your own. So probably that's why I'm so inspired every day, because I'm doing for people, like I sell these products, but also because I eat it too. I want to stay with one to my own, so this is what I eat too. So I
Yeah.
like it, and I think it's a good thing trying to innovate with the food, because
Yeah.
the food is changing, and we can change with the food, but it's better when it's a good food.
Yeah, and also what you're saying, also like whichever diet or whichever, vegan, vegetarian or whatever it is you're doing, you have a relationship with your food. And I think so many people, I mean, do you really have a relationship with your McDonald's burger? I don't know, like I just don't know. And if it is a relationship, it's probably not a good one, so it's also, it changes your whole, I think it changes your whole life as well. Like when you start to
Yeah.
have a better relationship with your food, you also become more loving towards yourself, because you're feeding yourself good stuff, it's
Yes.
so I mean that's, I think, a very important yeah, an important thing.
It was funny because last night I was in a barbecue and a lot